Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another video. Oh my goodness, has it been quite some time. So today we're going back to my roots. We're going old school with this video because I think one of the things that deterred me from making videos was having to edit them. Some people really enjoy that process. I do not. I do not enjoy editing videos. And I kind of forgot, like, one of the main reasons I made this channel was that I made videos in an old school format, right? Like, I was just recording them and then cutting them up and talking over them. And they were super simple to make, and it was, actually quite relaxing for me. And so the whole reason I have decided to record today is I want to go back to that. I want to return to my old ways, and I think that's the way I'm going to keep moving with this channel further on. I mean, I really am very, very time crunched at the moment. I just don't have a lot of time to play video games, to be honest with you. But I have found a solution for that, especially with this channel, which is I am not going to play for as long as I used to when I'm recording. So I used to play for like 4 or 5 hours when I was making a video, probably even longer sometimes. I've actually set a timer on my phone. I am restricting myself to an hour and a half. I will not play longer than an hour and a half. So whatever I can get done in that time frame is what the episode will be. I'll explain what I'm doing here in a second. I just want to get this out of the way first in this video for, all my viewers that have been wondering where I've been and all of that sort of shenanigans. And that's essentially what's happened, is that I literally just have no time to play video games at all. Currently occupied with a lot of my other projects and work, and just very, very, very busy. So with that, I think my time solution is going to solve that. And I wanted to explain how I'm going to make that work, which is essentially I'm going to just build on a lot smaller of a scale. So we have all these huge projects in my world that I was just flying over, and the buildings are massive, but I just don't have the time to do that anymore. I just, not only do I not enjoy doing that, but I also just don't have the time to be sitting there for 6 to 8 hours a day building these massive buildings. I'm going to build on a much smaller scale over the course of a longer duration of time. And at the end of that, we should get a similar size thing. And so I'm going to explain what I wanted to do here, because that's what this video is going to be focused on. What I'm going to do here is essentially build kind of like a Japanese town, I think. I think that's really the only way I can explain it, is I just really, this past year, have fallen in love with anime, and which is so strange for me because I never used to watch anime growing up, but it completely changed my life, and it's something I'm very passionate about now. Yeah, I really, really want to build a Japanese town. So I think today I'm going to start a Japanese house of some sorts. And so I'm going to need to look at some pictures for inspiration, but I'm not going to be looking at Minecraft pictures. I'm going to be looking at real life images. I'm kind of envisioning just this entire hill turned into like a Japanese town, which is just like very cramped, and, all of the buildings on top of each other, very narrow pathways and things of that nature. And so I'm going to kind of treat this like an art piece. I'm just going to build something around this hill. I don't know if it'll have any purpose or not. So I guess that's what we'll do first. My plan is to have all of this kind of filled up eventually. So I've kind of been talking for a while here, but I really just wanted to get that all out to you guys. So I'm going to place all of these shulker boxes down so I can see what materials I actually even brought with me. Oh man, guys, while I'm getting started on this project here, man, I haven't played Minecraft in a long time. I haven't even paid attention to any of the updates or anything, so there's all sorts of new things in the game that I just have not even had the slightest look into. Okay, I think that is kind of the shape I'm going for. It's a little hard to see. Let me see if I can jump up here. Kind of like very small, right? Japanese buildings are not very big because, of course, it is an island, so they have to condense everything. And so I think this is kind of the shape I'm going for. And so I'm going to have it build up like 2/3 of the height I want on this block, like this square you're seeing right here, right there. And then we're going to go up even more. So it'll kind of, if I build this on a small scale, it'll kind of look like that. I think that's how I'm trying to explain it. And I know I was talking about it at the beginning of the episode. I actually might have some in here, so I'm going to check first. But yeah, that was one of the things that really like deterred me away from making videos, was just how long it takes to edit and record. Look at that. We hit the mother load. I'm going to take all of that. Yeah, it really deterred me away from making videos, having to sit there for 6 to 8 hours a day building and recording these things, because some people enjoy doing that type of stuff, and they like to play Minecraft for long durations like that, but I do not. I am not the type of person that likes to sit and play video games all day like that. So, I could justify playing for, 2 hours maximum, but other than that, like, there's just so many more hobbies that I have and interests that I have that I'd rather spend my time doing than playing video games all day. And it's just, yeah. So that's why I just don't really enjoy making super long videos like that. This is just much easier for me. I think Minecraft can be one of those games where, you can really get lost in it and play it for a very long time. But I don't really enjoy doing that as much as I used to. I think it's just kind of a part of growing up. You learn to value your time a lot more, and so I don't like to spend all that much time playing video games for that reason. But on top of that, this type of video style where I'm just kind of talking and building and it's just so much more chill is so less stressful for me, because of just how much effort it takes to make a video with the external camera, like the camera mod, and having a plan of what you're going to build and building it in a test world first and all this other stuff. Like that is just really, really difficult to do. And for lack of a better term, I'm really lazy and I don't want to do that. So I just think that this is probably the better option for me, making videos like this, because of the fact that I don't have to do that, right? Like I can produce more videos in the style that I'm making right now. And I feel like this is what fits me the best, right? This is what I started my channel on. And I was like in a desperate attempt to make it grow. I was wondering what happened with this guy there. In a desperate attempt to make it grow and get like more subscribers and stuff, I changed the way I was making videos, and it like completely ruined YouTube for me. It made me hate waking up every morning to make a video. So, I think this is my advice for anybody out there on, trying to make YouTube videos. I think you should stick with what you're comfortable with and what makes you unique. And I think what I had going of the super calm videos and stuff like that was what made my channel unique and what gravitated people towards it. And once I got away from that, my videos stopped growing. And I think that was a really important thing that I lost there. So, I can find myself making videos at this rate in the style that I'm doing, because this is just much, much, much easier on my schedule and my life, and it's way less stressful. And so I can foresee myself continuing this way. Okay, how am I going to build this building? I think what we're going to do is I'm just going to mark it out first. I don't even know what I was talking about. This video is a lot of me rambling. And I gotta be honest, I've kind of forgot like most of my building techniques that I used to know like the back of my hand. So there's some that I remember, like the gradient that I'm doing right now. But other than that, like I don't know if that happens to you guys, but like when you don't play Minecraft for a really long time and then you come back, like it's almost hard to remember how you used to build things. So I did want to talk about something while I'm building this actually, and that's like what I've been doing, if that makes sense, like because I'm obviously very, very busy. And so what is it that I've been doing that has been so busy for me? Well, with my introduction to anime over the past year and just how much I've fallen in love with that world, I very much am a creative person, as I'm sure you can tell from my channel, right? I love to be creative, and especially in artistic things. And over the course of the summer, there was a couple of videos on my channel that were uploaded about me drawing. And so, along with my illustration progression, I became a story writer and a manga artist. and I have been working on a manga for the past probably 6 or 7 months now, and that is essentially what is taking up the most of my time, because I'm sure anyone who has dove into that world knows just how long it takes to do something like that. And I've taken it very, very, very seriously. I tried very, very hard and trained really hard to get good at drawing and writing stories, because I honestly made probably about 50 to 100 pages, sketches, you know, whatever you want to call it, that never saw the light of day, because I was just learning how to do it, and I couldn't really figure out how to do it right. And so now I feel like I'm at a comfortable stage of I understand how to, you know, write a good story and draw a good story. So that's what I've been working on the most. And from that, I actually have really fallen in love with that. I'm going to call it career path, I guess, if you want to use that word. I'm not doing it professionally yet. I would say I would love to do it professionally in the future. But as of right now, not doing it professionally, just doing it for my own enjoyment. And I just absolutely love it. I mean, I did not think I would love it as much as I do. And I think it's kind of funny how life works like that sometimes. You know, I'm going to use my YouTube career as an example, because I've mentioned this many times in my videos before. This is not the first YouTube channel I've had. I've had many others before that have maybe done minorly successful, a couple thousand subscribers, other ones that have absolutely flopped and failed. That has also been done before. But it's always important, right, to remember that when you fail at something, I'm going to use, you know, take that with a grain of salt, but when something doesn't work out, you didn't fail. You just figured out that it's not for you, right? And I think that's important. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself, especially if things don't work out maybe the way that you thought. At least you tried it, right? And that's the biggest thing about it. And so this channel was kind of like that for me. Like, I wanted to try seeing what it was like making Minecraft YouTube videos, and I went really headfirst into it and tried it, you know, super aggressively, and changed my style of video a bunch. And then I just kind of found out that it wasn't for me, right? I didn't really see myself doing this as a career, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's people out there that want to do this as a career, and, you know, that's totally fine as well. And I think the important thing to take away from that, from my perspective, is that if you are thinking of doing it as a career, just make sure you actually know what you're getting yourself into, right? Because if there's one thing I've learned in life, it is that nothing is as it seems whatsoever. Everything always has its pros and cons, and you really want to make sure that you do your research before you pick something that you want to do as a career. Not that, you know, it's all bad, right? Because, you know, I would say being a Minecraft YouTuber isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's a lot more taxing than it may seem. And, you know, I kind of just discovered that it wasn't really for me. It's not something that I wanted to do. So that's why kind of the pace of videos fell off and such. And you know, because of that, you know, I don't see that I failed with Minecraft on YouTube, but I see that I learned that it wasn't something that I wanted to do. And because of that, I found other passions like drawing and playing the guitar and music, which I've always been involved in music my entire life. But just essentially, you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, that is more like the shape I was going for. We're going to have to get creative with this window here and not make things look so flat. Now, one thing I will say is that I have been obviously drawing a lot because of my manga and just making illustrations as well. I know I've posted a few of those in my community posts, but I don't think that many people actually look at them, which is fine. But because of that, I actually think I'm going to become a better builder because I'm more artistically knowledgeable now, I think is the word I'm looking for. Is that really the word, how I was trying to say that? I'll leave it in the video anyways, but I don't think that's exactly what I was trying to say. It's more of like I know what makes a good art piece now, and so I can incorporate that into my Minecraft builds and make things a little easier on the eye. I did just remember there's all sorts of new blocks in the game as well, isn't there? Like the white wood, pale wood, whatever you call it, and all those things like that. I have yet to gather any of that, so That might be a must for me coming here soon, maybe for the next episode or so. What do we think? I wanna take a look here because we have this block, but this is a very Japanese looking roof block as well. But this is also quite nice and quite Japanese looking too. This is a tough one, guys. I'm not sure what block I want to use here. I feel like this one would work I know what to do. Okay, we can use this for the main block, and then we'll outline it with one of these. I think probably this darkest one, this deep slate tile. I think that looks pretty okay. I mean, once there's other stuff on the outside, like the telephone poles and just the way that the building, I mean, I can probably get rid of this for you. It'll be a little bit easier for you to see, wouldn't it, if that giant thing wasn't in the way. But that looks very Japanese to me. That looks quite Japanese. And so you're just going to have to use your imagination for this to understand where I'm coming from. But like, if you can imagine just telephone poles in here with chains and things, you know, buildings all stacked on top of each other, this is going to fit in just fine. But I thought this one was rather interesting. I don't know if it would be an air conditioning unit or what, but some sort of mechanical piece on the building. We do this and then add a redstone repeater on it and then like connect a hopper to it. That looks pretty mechanical to me. That looks interesting on the outside, I think, right? I don't know. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that thinks that? All right. We're going to do one more thing, and then I'm going to round this episode off because I've pretty much gotten everything that I want to do done. I just want to add like a few iron bars in. I just don't know where. Like, I don't know, just to make the building look a little bit, just like that 5% more interesting. I just don't really know where else I can add them. Like, I feel like I've accomplished pretty much everything I want to with this build. We'll use the stone bricks all the way up. And then I use this chiseled block as like the generator piece. And then like that, right? I think that looks somewhat like a telephone pole. And then we'll take our chains, and these guys are going to basically run down the entire street. I mean, this pathway is going to like carry out like this. I'm sure you didn't think I was going to leave it like that. But I just want to like get a little bit more green in the actual build. Just like that right there, I think should be fine. Nice little foliage. And then I really want to plant a tree like right somewhere in here. So let's do that. Okay. Not the tree I was hoping for. And it kind of grew into the power line. That one kind of ends up blocking the build now. Ugh. Okay. But I've learned my lesson. This tree needs to be much further back. It needs to be like more... Don't worry, I'm not going to leave it like just floating dirt blocks like this. We're going to transform this into a hill in a second. But I just want to get the visual of where the actual tree needs to be. I think it needs to be like over here, honestly. That should be a nice sight line in there. That is much better. Ignore that. Okay, no, nobody saw that. And I've got it grown in the trees again. I don't know what it is with my trees growing inside the power lines, but... Okay, I think we're just about finished here for today. All right, everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That's going to do it for me today here on Minecraft. I think we finished pretty much what I was going for. I don't know what this building would be or what I would turn it into, but that's really all I wanted to do. I just wanted to build a Japanese house, and I'm sure we're going to be doing many more of these if this is going to turn into the vision I want. So I did want to make that video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please be sure to leave a like on the video if you did. It means a lot. But it is time for me to go and work on my manga for the rest of the day. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. And yeah, thank you guys for supporting the video if you watched it all the way through. I know I've been going for a while, but yeah, if you guys have any ideas for other Japanese style buildings I should build around here, please be sure to let me know. I could always use some help with some inspiration. But yeah, you can see the back isn't really finished and there's some weird stuff hanging off, but this is a long-term project. But I think this video style suits me much better. Just way simpler, edited, not as long, and you know, only sitting down for playing like an hour and a half really helps me out. So these could probably come more frequently. So yeah, be sure to be on the lookout for those. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.